Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos.
Hello everyone. In this video, I want to talk about how to see winning of lottery through Bhrigu Pad dasha. Everyone wants to win lottery, right? But only few can win. If you have the combinations in the chart, in the natal chart to win lotteries, you can use Bhrigu Pad dasha to see the timing when the person will be able to win lottery. Winning a lottery is like once in a lifetime event, right? And we know that you can earn lots and lots of money by winning lottery, and not everybody wants it. Maybe one in 100, maybe 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 100,000 people will win what lotteries, right? So winning a lottery is a very exciting event in the life. And then this is something which can be easily seen through Bhrigu Padasha. So what I'll do is I'll take you through some of the examples on how to apply Bhrigu Padasha for predicting the events like winning of lottery, right? And any other financial gains, because any financial gains, any unexpected financial gains can also be seen using the same method. Before we go into the examples, I just want to kind of reiterate that whenever we talk about money, money is always related to your second house. Second house is the house of saving. Fifth house is the house of unearned income. It is the house of Purva Punya, which means the money which you are bound to get in this lifetime, right? So it is unexpected gains of income. Then the third house, which is related to money or finances, your eighth house. Eighth house money is the money which is coming through inheritance, the money which is legacy, and it is also the house of surprises. Eighth house is also the house of unexpected gains. So it is always full of surprises. So it will give you some surprises in the life always. And then ninth house, since it is the Bhavat Bhavam of fifth house, so ninth house also has a important role to play when it comes to winning the lotteries, when it comes to unexpected gains of unexpected finances that you will receive. Sometimes there is a sudden inflow of money which is coming to you. Sometimes there is a windfall in the business, right? Suddenly you are doing a business and then suddenly there is lots of money coming your way into the business, right? So all those things are basically the events related to fifth house and ninth house. And then the last house, which is more important for money matters, is your 11th house. So 11th house is all about your expected gains. So it is also the house of gains, house of fulfillment of wishes. So 11th house also has a role to play. Again, you can argue, and some people will say that 12th house is also to be seen for monetary, for finances, because 12th house is your expenditure. The 12th house is also a house of sustenance of earning because it is second from the 11th house. So in that way, 12th house is also related, but again, we'll not go into, we'll not diverge into um, the areas which are kind of controversial, right? So again, generally people will take second house, fifth house, eighth house, ninth house, and 11th house for all the money matters. Anything to do with finances, money, income, profits, all of it can be seen through these five houses. Again, I know it's a lot of houses, but again, everyone wants money, but money will come through these five houses. Okay. So we'll take the example of, let's say, we'll look into the chart of Charli May, right? So So we are into Saptarishis Astrologer's desk cap, and we will look into the chart of Charli May. So Charli May, as the story goes, she won $3 million in lottery on 26th December of 1991, when she was running the year, she was passing through running year 40. So again, imagine $3 million in the year 1991. So it's a lot of money, tons of money, right? Millions, right? And millions of dollars of money is what we are talking about. So again, we will go into the Nadi astrology module. And then under Nadi astrology, we will find Bhrigu Pad dasha. I'm going to change the running year from 70 to 40. So again, the date when she won the money was 26th December 1991. So 26th December 1991 will fall under the running age of 40. So since second house, fifth house, eighth house, ninth house, 11th house are the most important house when it comes to your monetary gains and finances, Arudas of these house has all the role to play when we are looking into Bhrigu Pad dasha, right? So Arudas of second house, which is A2, Aruda of fifth house, which is A5, Aruda of eighth house, which is A8, Aruda of A9, which is Aruda of ninth house, which is A9, Aruda of 11th house, which is A11. All of these Arudas are very important, and the lords of these Arudas will become the controlling planet under Bhrigu Pad dasha scheme. So the lords of these Arudas are going to play a very important role, and we are going to look into the trinal aspect. We are not going to consider the normal aspect of the planet, but we are going to focus on the trinal aspect. So if you have seen my previous videos on Bhrigu Pad dasha, we pay a lot of importance to the trinal aspect, which means any planet in the first house will aspect planets in the fifth house as well as the planets in the ninth house. Similarly, planets in the second house will aspect or will form a relationship between the planet sitting in the sixth house as well as planet sitting in the 10th house. So this is how we use the trinal aspects. The other thing to keep in mind is whenever we talk about trinal aspect, it is not just the planet which are getting impacted. It is if the Arudas are getting involved there, so Arudas will also become activated due to the trinal aspect. Same is with the houses also. So those houses will also become will also get activated whenever there is a trinal aspect falling on them, right? So with that in mind, we are going to see where the lords of Arudas are falling. So if you see here, A11, which is gains of income or fulfillment of wishes, is your planet. A11 is falling in the sign Gemini, and Lord of Gemini is planet Mercury. So Mercury is in the 11th house in the natal chart. So in the planets in black are the natal planets. Planets in the red are the progress planet as per Bhrigu Pad dasha. Right? So A11 and Mercury has a role to play. And what we see here is that in the running year 40, the Lord of A11 is transiting over A11. So that confirms one of our, that's one of the reasons why she won $3 million during this year. So that's one of the factors. Now let's look at your A5. So A5 is unexpected gains of income. Lord of A5 is Mars. So if you see, the progress Mars has gone into 11th house. 11th house, as we know, is the house of gains, right? So here we can see it's a clear indication that there can be gains during this time. And what is more important here is the Mars is making a trinal connection with your A5. So Mars has a trinal aspect on the A5, hence it is activating the A5 Aruda of fifth house, which means it is going to give you some unexpected income or results. Again, A5 stands for a lot of things, but for our purposes, for discussion around winning of lottery, It is the house of unexpected gains of money. Right. So here also we see Mars is also indicating that there can be surge of money, there can be events like winning of lottery, which can happen. Then we will also look at A9. So your A9 is in the sign Libra, hence Venus becomes the lord of A9, and progress Venus is in the third house. So your lord of A9, Venus, is making a connection with A5 also, and also with the lord of A5. Hence, Venus is also promising that an event like this can happen. So here these three factors are there. Now, if you want to consider the seventh aspect of Venus, so the seventh aspect of progress Venus will fall on the ninth house. Hence, it is activating the ninth house also. Again, we can also take the seventh aspect, but if you want to ignore it, that's absolutely fine. So we can see that multiple ways through which we can see the fifth house, ninth house, 11th house are getting connected to each other. And this is the reason why she won this much amount of money during the running year 40. If you want to also go a little more deeper, what you will also notice is your A2 lord, the lord of Aruda Pada of second house, which is A2, is Mercury, right? Now progress Mercury is going over A11, and also it is situated in the ninth house. So Mercury has a dual role. Mercury is the lord of Aruda of 11th house, A11, as well as Mercury is the lord of A2. Mercury is also lord of A8. Sudden, unexpected is the keyword for the A8, right? So all this is indicating that, and again, we have seen through A5, we have seen through A2, we have seen through A11, right? And we have also seen through A9. So all of these Arudhas are indicating that there can be unexpected gains of money. And A11 also, Lord of A11 is transiting over A11. So in that way, all the five houses we have seen. And here we can see a clear connection with the Lord of these five houses among each other, right? So they are either activating the Lord of other house, the other important financial house, or they are activating the house itself, right? So we can see all these houses are getting activated during this time. Hence, the event happened, and she won $3 million on 26th December 1991. Right? So this is how we can predict events like winning lottery. We'll take another example. So Deborah Howell, right? So she won not just $3 million, but she won $26 million on 4th of April 1997, when she was running 33rd year of her age. So during 33rd year of her age, which is on 4th of April 1997, she won $26 million. Right? So we'll go into Nadi Astrology, Bhrigu Pad dasha, and we'll choose the year 33. Okay, so again, those five houses. So we'll first start with the fifth house. So we look at A5. So A5 is in the sign Leo. The lord of A5 becomes planet Sun. Progress Sun is in the second house. Second house, again, a house of finances, house of savings, right? Now we look at A9. Lord of A9 is your planet Saturn. Saturn is in the eighth house of unexpected gains, unexpected events, unexpected things in your life. And Saturn is not just going over the eighth house, but Saturn is also activating your A11. So A11, as we know, that it is the house of fulfillment of wishes, fulfillment of desires, fulfillment of dreams, right? And gaining money has been a desire for all of us, right? So all of us want to earn more, all of us want to earn big money. So that's a fulfillment of desire. So A9 also is conducive for this event to happen. Now we'll look into A11. So A11 falls under sign Pisces, hence Jupiter becomes the lord or the controlling planet for Aruda of 11th house. So the progress Jupiter, which is indicated in the red color here, is in the sign Leo. Hence, this Jupiter is activating not just the first house, but also the fifth house and the ninth house. Another interesting thing to note here is that Jupiter is activating the natal Jupiter. So Jupiter is making this progress, Jupiter is making a trinal connection with the natal Jupiter, hence it is activating that Jupiter. Now Jupiter is the lord of fifth house, which is situated in the ninth house. So again, Jupiter has a very important, very prominent role to play. Again, I do not want to discuss about the natal chart and the yogas for winning lottery, but there are few things which are very easily seen in the charts of people who won lottery. Is Jupiter and Rahu connection with the ninth house is something which is a common theme. If you look at the charts of people who are winning, who have won lotteries in their lifetimes, you will always find that Jupiter has some connection or other with the ninth house, and also sometimes Rahu has a connection with any of these financial houses, especially fifth house or ninth house. So that's one of the combinations for winning lottery, right? So we saw the A11th also. Now let's look at the A2. So your A2 is in the sign Sagittarius, and the lord of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter, becomes controlling planet, and the progress Jupiter is in ascendant. Hence, it is activating fifth house as well as the 11th house, as well as the ninth house. So in that way, we can see that here also all of the indicators are very conducive, are clearly indicating that this person will do very good financially in this particular year, right? So again, very clearly we can see this kind of event, provided you should have those combination of winning the lottery in your natal chart, right? So this is how we can kind of time winning of lotteries, event like winning of lottery. Again, I've in my previous videos, I've also spoken about how to predict marriages using Bhrigu Pad dasha, and I've also always mentioned and maintained that you can use Bhrigu Pad dasha for predicting any kinds of event, right? So I hope whatever I presented has made sense to you. And if you have any questions, you can always type in your questions in the comment section. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.